to you. Who would you expect this to be from? The Washington State Cougars. Pullman, Washington. I love that place. I went up there years ago, worked out a player, played golf at the Palouse Ridge Country Club. Had a birdie on the fourth hole. I can still remember. I think I won some skins there at Palouse Ridge. Came a long way from Pullman, Washington, man. They got a new head coach there up there in Pullman. Jimmy Rogers, his first year. And we got a can of whoop ass up there because he's going to do a great job. Washington State is a proud football factory, man. They've had a lot of good players, you know, and a lot of my good friends have coached there. Mike Leach, great friend of mine. Bill Doba, great friend of mine. Dennis Erickson, great friend of mine. I got to meet Mike Price at a clinic, and Jimmy Rogers is going to do a hell of a job, okay? They're in the Pac-2, I call it. I don't know what's going on with all these conferences, but there's only Oregon State and Washington State left in the Pac whatever, 2. I love them because they stayed. But look at this bag from the Washington State Cougar. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like a Washington State with a cougar built into the S. Clever, creative. Well, I love it, man. Look at these hats. The Cougars. This is where world champion quarterback Mark Ripien of the Redskins went. This is where Drew freaking Bledsoe went. Ryan Leaf. I mean, Tim Rosenbach went there. Tim Rosenbach. I mean, Luke Falk. How about Cam Ward? Look at this. Autographed ball. Is that Cam Ward?
Oh, might be.
It's Cam Ward. I got an autographed ball from Cam Ward. Don't forget, he played the #1 draft overall. He played at Washington State. Would you look at these shoes? These might be the coolest
Those
shoes
are
ever.
sick.
Huh? You know, you go back to Washington State, though. If you like linebackers, forget about Mark Fields, who was a great player. One of my favorite gruden grinders of this decade is Frankie Louvu of the Washington Commanders, #4. He plays about 9 positions. He learned all that at Washington State. And they got another linebacker that I like. He plays for the Chargers. His name is Dayon Henley. I think he wears #1 or something. A crazy number for a linebacker. But look at that Cougar gear. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. You know, when I was coaching for the Packers, the Lions had a field goal kicker. Some bitch never missed. His name was Jason Hansen. I mean, he kicked for the Lions every freaking year for about 100 years. This is a heavy bag. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Look at this right here. Oh, man. Is that a great helmet?
Yeah, nice.
Look at that. Cougars on one side, the Washington State logo on the other. This is where Reuben Mays played running back. Steve Broussard, the former Atlanta Falcon, right there. He's a wazzu, Washington State, man. Whew, that's sweet. That is a sweet helmet. Look at these gloves. Hold on here. Get too excited here at Washington State. Look at these gloves. This is a great box. There's a football here. You know who was at Washington State? One of my favorite actors years ago. He was in Rocky. His name was Dolph Lundgren. He would say, "If he dies, he dies." Remember that guy was a good-looking guy, built. How the hell does Sylvester Stallone, who's about 5'8", beat the shit out of Dolph Lundgren? I don't care if it's the movies or not. That's not realistic. Dolph Lundgren would have smashed him. Look at this. This is autographed by Mike Leach. Go
Wow.
Cougs, Mike Leach. I spent a lot of time with Mike Leach every year at the Combine in Indianapolis talking football. One of the all-time great guys, great characters, and great football men. And he got it going at Washington State, man.
Welcome to Cougar football.
You know who else went to Washington State? I don't have my basketball. Yes, I do. You know who else went to Washington State? One of the Splash Brothers! Klay Thompson, man. You ever see that guy when he's hot? Woo! On fire. I mean, I love Washington State. I love these colors, too. Don't you like that?
Oh, that's sick.
A lot of DBs. You know, you think about the New Orleans Saints when they returned home after the hurricane. Do you remember Steve Gleason blocking that punt? Steve Gleason, he went to Washington State. Steve, I love you, brother. I've met him several times. Look at these shoes.
Those are sick,
You like
too.
You know, speaking of the Packers, we had Brett Favre. We had a great team. The Vikings was our rivals. They had one of the biggest pain-in-the-ass defensive linemen I have ever seen. His name was Keith Millard. He was a 3 technique. He played on the outside shoulder of the guard, and he had like 20 sacks. Keith Millard for the Washington State Cougars. They had Eric Howard, the ex-New York Giant, playing nose tackle. He played there. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good players that have gone through this place. What is this? I don't know what that is. It's a Cougar Gold cheese. Look at that. I mean, we're going to eat cheese. Look at this guy right here. This is an unbelievable box. I don't care if it's Washington State in the Pac-2 or the Pac-12. This is a fabulous place to play and live. Pullman, Washington, home of the Cougs, baby. Look at this. Look at that right there. Feel that material. You know LeVar Ball went there? The father of the Balls. What's that thing he has on the internet we saw the other day we've been watching? It's called Big Baller Brand. Yeah, Big Baller Brand. I love it. Klay Thompson, my favorite Cougar of all time, was one of my best friends when my dad was coaching for the Buccaneers. His name was Jack Thompson. They called him the Throwing Samoan. We used to go see movies together. Great guy. I love Washington State. I wish Coach Rogers the very best. I can't wait to try some of this gear on. I can't thank you guys enough. Can you believe this? I mean, look at this golf shirt. This is one of the top boxes we've ever had here, and it came a long way from Pullman. So if you're interested in being great, you better look hard into Washington State. I just thought of that line. You think about that? You want to be great? Go to Washington State, baby. They got quarterbacks, linebackers. They got defensive backs. Ricky Reynolds, former quarterback of the Buccaneers, first rounder. They got the Abdullah brothers. Hassan Abdullah over here. Over here's Hussein Abdullah over here. Steve Gleason. And my favorite Washington State defender is Dayon Buchanan because he reminds me of LL Cool J. Mama said, knock you out. He would knock your ass out. Dayon Buchanan. Washington State, you guys got me feeling nicey. Love you guys. Have a great year. Thank you, Coach Rogers. You're going to be awesome. See you guys. Mama said, knock you out.